Welcome, Leo, to your May 2022 reading. Thanks for tuning in. Now, Leo, this month, before I get into your reading, I just want to let everyone know that I am offering a free opportunity this month only to ask any question. Normally I would offer a free mini reading for all new subscribers, which I am still doing. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, just click that subscribe button, ask your question in the comment section below, and I'll give you that free mini reading. Now make sure when you do that, if you are a new subscriber, you put new subscriber in your question. But for everyone else who doesn't want to subscribe or has already subscribed, you get to ask a question this month and I'll get back to you with a short answer. If you're a new subby, you'll still get the fuller response. I'll go into a little bit more detail with your question. But for everyone else, if you just need a yes or no, or you want to know if you're on the right track or something like that, you can ask your question this month as a free offer. So please take me up on that. Now, I have to say happy Mother's Day for all of you who are mothers or are spending time with your mums. It's going to be a great month for everyone. Now, let's start out with your reading. Let's get into it. Now, you start out with the Hermit card. Now, I see here right off the bat, I'm just going to jump in because this doesn't only have to do with the Hermit, but you are having a wonderful emotional celebration. And I mean, this could just be to do with Mother's Day, but for some of you, I feel like there is a marriage on the cards or an engagement. You've got several cards here that are giving that message coming through, but I'll get into those. But so I just thought I'd say that straight away because that's coming through. But with the energy of the Virgo card, now the Hermit is a card for the Virgo, so you've got a Virgo here. You've also got an Aries here as well, so you could be having a celebration with either of these people. Now, don't get too caught up on the star signs. It's more about the character of the person that the cards do describe. But for some of you, there could be a significant Virgo or Aries here in your life. But the Virgo card is a card that talks about introspection. Now, it's got a few meanings, this card. This is really you going into that place of quiet. That, you know, if you look at this particular card, the Hermit is up on the mountaintop and he's contemplating his life. He's getting wisdom from his angels, from the universe, and he is becoming very knowledgeable, very intuitive. And the Hermit is also a teacher. So for some of you in May, you could potentially be reaching out to someone to get some advice. Or you yourself may have reached a place in your life where you are now able to mentor and teach other people here as well. But really, for a lot of you, you are going to be doing this soul searching. And this is beautiful energy in the Hermit, because this is almost unlimited insight, unlimited knowledge that we can get by going within and being quiet. Now, often what they say about this particular card is there is this sense of hope when the Hermit shows up in your reading. If you look at the little lantern that the Hermit is holding, often in traditional decks you will see the star, a little star in there. And this is like the energy of the star is in his lantern. He has hope, he has faith. And I say he, but this is non-gender specific. And so I feel for a lot of you, this is a month where you are really contemplating a lot of your life, your decisions, and the direction in which you are going in a lot of instances. Now we come to the Three of Cups. This is beautiful. This is that wonderful emotional card of getting together with friends and loved ones and just having a wonderful, beautiful, emotional time. This is really, this can also be, just a joyous event that you're attending. I absolutely see there's a wedding here for some of you, whether you're attending a wedding or you're planning a wedding or you're going to be in a wedding. You've got that Four of Wands, which is your final card there. This is that marriage card that often a lot of people talk about, but this could be the announcement of an engagement, a wedding, the birth of a child, even a graduation. Could be for some of you. The Hermit is a very studious person, so this could be someone who is studying and finally achieving what it is they've been studying for. And this could even be just a promotion or a new job that's coming in for you that you are celebrating as well. But it is just, you will be kicking up your heels in May, I feel. And this is also, and if you're not, this is telling you that you really need to enjoy your life a little bit more. And, you don't need a reason to have a party, just have one. And just find that, childlike enchantment that we all have within us. Go out and have some fun, go to an amusement park, do whatever makes your heart happy, and just really embrace the moment and have some fun, I feel, is what this card is saying. I feel you could be celebrating after a time of illness for a lot of you as well. If you have been feeling unwell, there could be some celebration around that as well. Now you've got the Emperor card. Now this is the card of Aries, and this is a card of making plans, being the boss, being a leader, making some decision. And what this card talks about, if you have been struggling with this or some sort of a leadership kind of energy, you really need to set some plans, have some structure, and this is going to help you out immensely. Now, for some of you, you could actually be celebrating the fact that you are now becoming a leader, you are becoming the boss, so to speak, in your company, in your business, whatever it is that you're doing here. There is I feel like there could be some happy ever after energy around this as well. But definitely when the Emperor shows up, it's really saying that you need to put in a few rules and some organization to help you and implement a little bit of structure in your life and around your plans as well. And you're going to find your dreams are going to come into play a lot easier and in the way you intended if you do this. So, and this can be to do with your home as well, not necessarily only your work, but this is definitely a card of leadership. And the fact that this card is above that Eight of Swords, I'm feeling like for some of you there could be some worries that are surrounding this kind of energy, this leadership, going forward, moving forward kind of energy. But the Eight of Swords, I will go into, it's really, it's a bit of an illusion, but we'll get there. Now, the Ten of Cups. This card is coming out for so many signs. So I'm feeling this is some overall energy, and this is that happily ever after energy. This is you having achieved what it is that you've desired. So after you've contemplated, after you've got some mentoring and gotten some great advice and put things into place, there is that happily ever after energy. And I always say, look at this card, it's beautiful. You see a happy little family there, the beautiful home in the distance that they've achieved. It's everything that they've wanted, everything that they could have dreamed of. And this is here for you in May, and it's right above the marriage card. That's why I feel like for some of you there is definitely a marriage or a celebration of something that you've truly wanted for a long time. This is beautiful, wonderful energy. Now, you've also got the Two of Pentacles here. Now, the Two of Pentacles, this is below the Hermit. And this is interesting because all twos are choices. Now, there could be some choices here that you are needing to make. You're needing to weigh up your options here a little bit. And you might need to get some advice from somebody who knows a little bit more to help you make this decision. Now, the Two of Pentacles is always... Pentacles are always about your finances, your day-to-day life, you know, the practical things in life. So this could have something to do with your money. You might be juggling money or funds here to get what it is you want, or to if you're needing to make a decision, you might be needing to juggle a few things to get where it is you want to go. But this is also a card of you having a lot on your plate as well. You are juggling a lot of things to get things done, and just the way you want them as well. But you're very good at it. I mean, if you look at this particular card, this juggler is standing on his tiptoe on a spinning top while juggling the pentacles there. And he's doing a great job at it. And so I feel like you will be able to handle this quite well too. Now, just another message for some of you. And this is kind of reflected in that message that was in the Three of Cups. This is a time for you to have some fun in your life too. Allow some fun and some joy and some happiness to come into your life. It's not all serious. It's not all deep and intense. And if your life has been a little bit like that, make sure you do enjoy it and reflect on you know, and while you're reflecting on things, allow that childlike wonder to come through as well for you. Now, the Four of Swords. This is interesting because I feel like you, if there have been issues with your health, even mentally, there is a healing here. That Four of Swords, you might feel like after all of this celebration, after all of this partying, you might feel there is a bit of a need to withdraw and just close the door on the rest of the world and relax and go into that solitude energy of the Hermit. This is a card of healing on many levels, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, but it is taking that time out to just be in that quiet place if you have been quite busy, which I feel like, you know, that Two of Pentacles energy where you are juggling things, juggling money, juggling work, juggling priorities. There is a need for you to actually take some time out and rest, and just, you know, you might be feeling a little bit exhausted, so you do really need to just take some time out. Now also, this can talk about, because the Two of Pentacles is a decision or a choice that you're needing to make, this can actually talk about needing to take more time before you actually make any major decisions in your life. So really sit down, contemplate it, ask people wiser than you if you need to, you know, their opinion, and just meditate here. And you know, this could be for your health as well, but it could just be because you've been sort of intellectualizing a problem a little bit too much, and that's not helping you anymore. So you need to just let your intuition and your guides talk to you here. So that's really important message that's coming through in that Four of Swords. Now, that Eight of Swords that I touched on earlier. Now, this card often talks about you feeling restricted or stuck and not able to move forward. This can have something to do with your career or your leadership skills or something like that, just because it's below that Emperor card. But when you look at the Eight of Swords, and in most decks it's the same. You know, the figure has a blindfold on, but she can see right through it. It's only very thin fabric. You can see the eyes of the lady in this particular imagery, and the rope, it's not tied in a knot. It's just loosely tied around her, and if she wiggled enough, she could get out of that. And so, you know, what the message here is, often you feeling stuck or feeling like you're not able to go anywhere is actually just an illusion. And if you change your perspective a little bit, if this figure took the blindfold off, she could turn around and she could see that beautiful pathway up to that tower in the distance that's going to get her exactly what it is she needs and what she wants. And I feel like in May you are going to be doing this, because, you know, look at the similarities in the Tower of the Four of Wands. That's where you're headed. You're headed to this strong, dependable future. You're headed to that happily ever after. And the Four of Wands here is just, you know, as I said, it's definitely the marriage card. So like I said, some of you could be even contemplating marriage. You may have been asked, been proposed to, and you are thinking about this. You might be thinking about moving in with someone, building a home, like actually physically building a home with somebody. But the Four of Wands is just a wonderful time in your life. You know, your work has been rewarded. And the fact, like I said, that it's just beneath that Ten of Cups card, it is, you are feeling this sense of comfort, a sense of abundance, a sense of peace. And there is this promise of a joyful life here for you, Leo. It's like the fruits of your labor have really shown up for you, and your efforts as well are really appreciated. You know, financially you're feeling quite stable, and it's time to sort of focus on the joys of your home life. And as I said, perhaps you might be even getting married, or you might be starting a family, or just building that home. And you might be doing all three of those things, you know. That's the kind of energy in this card. It's beautiful. But also it's a great time for you to express gratitude to the wonderful people in your life, and the angels and the universe and everyone who has brought you to this point, you know. So this could be a great, if you don't have a celebration planned in May, this could be a reason just to have a celebration here for you. But I just love the Four of Wands. It's such a wonderful, wonderful card. Now, your final card here from the Gateway Oracle deck is Dwelling in Truth. This deck is so beautiful, and the imagery, although simple, it is just so comforting to me. I love it. So I'm going to read from the book, but the affirmation for this particular card is, I stand in the light of truth. And the meaning of this card is, the soul loves the truth. Be honest with yourself and listen to your inner guidance. Follow it by speaking your truth. To thine own self be true. You radiate the energy of truth to others so that they can find their truth. The universe wants you to know there is a place inside of you that always knows the truth. Take time to be still, to discover the genuine place of knowing within. Often the hardest thing about living your truth is discovering what it is. So it's important to slow down, be quiet, and listen to the whispers of your soul. If there's an area of your life in which you're not being authentic, or where you're not living in integrity, this is the time to make some changes. And it's really interesting, Leo, there are a lot of cards here, a few cards anyway here, that are giving you this message of going within. Going into that place of solitude, meditating, finding some answers, not externally but internally, shutting that door on the outside world and really listening to that inner voice here. And I feel like this card is is supporting those messages that are coming through in the Hermit card and the Four of Swords as well. So we'll leave it there, Leo. Don't forget to take me up on my offer of that free mini reading if you're a new subscriber. Just remember, put new subscriber there. And if you want to ask a question as well, please, in May, I am offering you that opportunity to do that as well. So have a great month, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.